So I'm just going to kind of give you an overview of where we're at. He's doing pretty well in his training thus far. So I'm going to show you a couple of his stops, a few turnarounds and so on. Obviously in 5 weeks he's not a show quality yet, but he's doing pretty well. Still working on his head position, getting his head given the way he should, and listening to my leg cues without getting overly anxious to please. He has a big desire to want to please, and sometimes that gets in front of his mind. So what I'm working on right here is trying to get him to arc properly, give his body into a complete circle without fading one way or the other. Really, the only way you can teach a horse to have a perfect circle is by body control. If you don't have control of their hip and of their shoulder, being able to pull it or push it where you want it to go, you'll never be able to really be able to push their body in a way that gets that arc in the circle you desire. So you want to be able to move both sides of their hip in a circle with keeping their front end solid or without moving. You get that. You want that leg to cross over in the front without hopefully clipping himself. The goal is to have your horse as calm as he is right now in every speed that you're in. And we're working at the low, staying at calm. He stays pretty well collected and pretty nice at the jog. So right now we're working on him keeping that arc the way he should. See, right here he's fading himself out. So we gotta push him back to the circle. We gotta work on the shoulders. You don't want him dropping his shoulders to the inside of the circle. You don't want that hip going too far out. Keeping that head right at the perfect arc. We want to be able to transition directions, keeping his head at a fairly level position. You don't want him raising that head up every time you change directions or change speeds, or put a leg pressure on. You get in the show ring and that'll show up real quick. This is a large part of training, or my training. It's a lot of just small circles, big circles, pushing my horse out of the circle with my legs. So I can move his body out, I can move his body inside the circle, while we're jogging around. I want to be able to just push this horse anywhere I want to at any time. And that's the fundamentals of getting your horse truly broke. And obviously he's still a young horse, so he's got a long ways to go in his training. And just in 5 weeks, you can't expect him to be too far. But he's got a mind that really desires to work, and so like I said, he struggles at the lope right now, staying calm with his head, trying to keep that body in the right position, that head where it needs to be. But he's come quite a ways. Right there, he's wanting to cut into the circle and drop his shoulder. Right here, he's coming out. Try to do as many different transitions as you can, or I can in my training, so he doesn't just get accustomed to going one speed. It's very important you can keep your horse calm at each speed, especially if you're be doing shows, things of that nature. But teach your horse to lope off fairly calm. That was a good stop in the fact that he stopped, but he didn't. You don't want it so planted into the ground. You want more come up underneath and get a little bit of. It's hard on his knees and it's hard on the rider. So we still got some work to do on his stop, his turnarounds, keeping him supple in his face, so on. But as far as his progress in 5 weeks, I'm quite happy with. So that's where we are as of the 18th, and we'll have another update at the end next week to show how far we've gotten him then. So far we've been able to walk over tarps and bridges and through water. He does pretty well with all of the obstacles that I pushed him through so far. He's done really well with.